Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello, everybody. Today, I am going to start with a card pull. It is from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle deck. So I'll just shuffle them with the intention of the people listening to this. What do they need to hear right now? Okay, I have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So from the book, mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you're supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You're also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all the fingerprints of all the people you've been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul plan. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. And the activation for this card is, I call forth the soul's gifts, the soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now, without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. I know all of us underestimate our power. We think that we are just a speck in the universe. We are insignificant. We don't see how beautiful and amazing our soul is, how capable our soul is. And we don't fully realize that when we come together, our souls, they magnify what we're capable of doing. That's why we've come together on Earth, why we're all here at this time, because collectively, all of us together, we can do anything. We can change anything. We can become anything. We are limitless. We are full of potential. One thing that I like to say is that when it comes to our intuition, our soul knows exactly what to do. It is fully there for us. Our intuition doesn't need to grow. It doesn't need to be developed in that sense where it needs to get bigger. It doesn't need to. Our intuition is fully there. What we need to do is remove our blocks, remove our beliefs that are limiting our intuition. We need to remove the conditioning that dampens it. We need to lean into our soul with full faith and trust in order to fully embody it. And that's the part where it can be a little more tricky for some people, and where they need support and they need little bit of guidance and just support where someone they know where, just support where they have somebody that they can ask questions to. Because that's really important, is to have the community where you have somebody that you can have a safe soundboard. And I'm quite lucky that I have quite a few people in my life that I can go to with my questions or just talk about my experiences. Sometimes something doesn't need to be fixed. You just need someone to be like, oh my gosh, this happened. How amazing is that? And someone to cheer you on and to almost have these experiences with you so you don't feel alone. Because we're never really alone. I think the only real difference between people who were, let's say, natural mediums or like born psychics and people who are typical people is that when we came into this world, when we were little, the people that are normal shut off or shut down their intuitive abilities. And the people who were the natural born psychics did not. And they were able to use them throughout their lives instead of blocking them. So that's the only difference. I believe everyone is psychic. Everybody can use their intuition. Everybody can do what everyone else does. Nobody is... Being a psychic or being connected is not special. All of us have that. But all of us have unique gifts that through our lifetimes we have developed, we have accumulated, that those little skills that are our focus. So while everybody can do everything, certain people can do certain aspects of it maybe a little more easily or fuller. They have a fuller experience when they are doing it because of all the skills that they have accumulated. And I like to embrace these different skill sets because when we come together as a community, we get the full picture. We get to feel everything because other people complete the picture. If we're all on our own, we're all separate, we each have one chunk of the picture, but when we all come together, it creates the whole picture in the community. What we are able to do with our skills can be completed. So if we are all separated, what if we're all separated and all of us have the same goal, but because of our skill sets, it's harder. It's more complicated. It takes longer to fulfill these goals. But when we are together, when we're working together, we complete, I just keep seeing it as a circle. We complete the circle. And when our goals come together, they are able to form a lot quicker and more full. I just see it being a complete picture. Nothing's missed. A puzzle piece isn't missing. Feels like it has a higher chance of success. One of my own personal triggers is feeling that I'm not enough because I haven't been doing it my whole life. I haven't been developing my intuition for my whole life. It was there when I was a kid, and then I turned it off, and then I started leaning into it more after I had children. And really, it's only been the last few years that I've really dived deep into it. And some people have been doing it for many, 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 many years. And having that comparison of not feeling like you're worthy or as good because you haven't been doing it as long is something that comes from our society. It comes from how things have traditionally worked in the past, because people haven't been using and accessing the information from previous lifetimes as often. When we are changing how we go into the world, when we're tapping into our intuition, when we are tapping into our soul and allowing all these skills to come through that we have accumulated, then we don't necessarily need to worry about how long we have been doing it on this planet, for this lifetime, for this incarnation, because we are an accumulation of all of our incarnations. And for me personally, changing that view and perspective has been really helpful when feeling like I'm not enough. And I know that's a really big issue with a lot of people, is feeling like they're not enough, they're not worthy, because maybe they haven't been doing it as long. We need to stop the comparison of how long you've been doing it and move into, what do you feel? Do you feel comfortable doing this? Do you need more practice? Can you push yourself to do it without being perfect? Because that is also very important, because you learn by doing just as much as just learning. Actually, I feel like you learn more, personally, sorry. You learn more from doing, from my own personal experience. And if we can push ourselves to be uncomfortable and to start doing things before we're ready, which is what I learned from my mediumship teacher, is doing things before you're ready. And I've really taken that and run with it, because I do everything scared. I hardly ever do anything where I'm comfortable. The things that I do where I'm comfortable, they don't really turn out. The things when I do things that I'm scared, where I'm uncomfortable, but I push myself, those turn out really well. And it's because of my soul's growth. It feels like it's a reward for pushing myself. And I think that's a universal truth, is when you push yourself, you get rewarded. But it's important to push yourself from what your soul's pushing you to do, and not what society or what other people are pushing you to do. It's important to tune into yourself and feel where your intuition is and let that lead you. It's always safe to listen to your heart and to lean into it and see where that guides you. Almost always your head messes you up. You overthink it, and it can change the direction you're going. So kind of turning your brain off and following your heart, following your gut, following your solar plexus, everyone's a little different, is a great way to guide you. Is a great way to lead you to where you need to go, because your soul tells you what to do through there and pushes you in the direction that it knows that you need to go to. At the moment, I am teaching Reiki, I'm teaching intuition, I am doing one-on-one soul reading and healing sessions where I go into past lives and I do healings, and I do energetic work on your physical body now. And I also do one-on-one intuition development where we go into the records and we talk to your soul and we follow what your soul wants to develop right now and how we can develop it for what you want to do with your life. And if there's any healings or blocks that need to be fixed, that need to be removed or cleared or worked on, then we can acknowledge those and we can work through them. And if you have any questions, please let me know. There's a contact me spot on my website, spruceenergyhealing.com. And you can also message me on Instagram or Facebook. And I'm just Spruce Energy Healing on there. And then I also have some videos on YouTube. Spruce Energy Healing is my name on there as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I look forward to talking to you again.